Hello, welcome to the Trews Comments Edition, where I address your comments. Tomo, Russell, you articulate, handsome bastard. Please tell us what your thoughts are on Scotland. Independence for Scotland. I like things getting smaller and devolved, more power for the people. Them SNLP or whatever they're called, Scottish Independent, don't trust them, they'll be no good, they'll be useless. But Scotland getting independent, good idea. Break everything up so that there's nothing except small collectives. Don't have imaginary concepts that makes people angry. Like if Scotland and England make people angry, abandon these concepts. I'm not saying that I don't get into it, of course I do. In the World Cup, there was a moment where I was prepared to lick Raheem Sterling's entire body when I thought he'd scored, but it was a side netting. Of course I believe in concepts, but yeah, I say devolve everything till we're all in little collectives where we actually control our own lives and take our power back from corporations and big business. I wouldn't imagine the Scottish Government, independent or in conjunction with a Westminster Government, are really going to represent you people, because as you know, that's not how politics works. You know that. Don't get too excited about it, but yeah, have an independence if you want. But actually, the true independence we need is independence from governments, not independence from imaginary nations. Krill Z. How about being a vegetarian and wearing leather, even though leather is a byproduct? It contributes direct to the continuous slaughter. I know it does. I've got this belt on, looks like it might be leather. This completely unnecessary thing, probably leather. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard to be perfect. We're all work in progress. We're all going in the right direction. Let's tune our consciousness and try to improve together. Veganism is definitely the way to go, both from a health perspective and from a humanitarian perspective, and because it's going to be better for us globally, but we'll all get there together. I'm not saying I'm better than you, I'm probably worse than you. We're all on this journey together. Frankie Styler, Russell, come to Abu Dhabi. Whoever said that shit about your safety does not know what they're talking about. They were saying they were going to kill me, so you know, I would still like to come home. But I'd love to show if I'm there, and they did say they would kill me last time, but I'd happily go if I'm not killed. Patricia Histed. Hi Russell, could you please show how newscasters use neurolinguistic programming during interviews? These can be subtle hand gestures, images, etc. that affect the subconscious mind. We need to bring what they're doing at the subconscious level up into the conscious mind level to reduce the influence of media. Thanks for the Trews. You are greatly appreciated for what you are doing here. I feel that you made a very good point. It sounds to me like you really know what you're talking about, and I think we've all got a bright future. I just did it then using sort of gesticulations. You see a lot of that, won't you, with politicians. They are that, look, like they're sort of offering a biscuit to a little dog. Hello, I'm your politician, you trust me, I'm not pointing. What about people pointing? And look at all the Fox News people that are doing it. These fingers all apparently have some sort of yogic indication. Oddly, the thumb is the ego, but it's funny, isn't it? Because like Fonzie going, hey, that's like the ego. This is to do with will, this finger. This has got something that's sort of significant that sort of oddly correlates with that swearing. This, I think, that all of the correlations oddly relate to how they've ended up being used in our sort of folkloric knowledge. You know, so there is some sort of language to the body, of course there is, we all know that, but I just exhausted my knowledge in that little rant then. Mandy Robertson, you should tackle the subjects of illegal immigrants crossing the American border in America. You know that country was created because of immigration. Just, you know, Mexico, America, that's an imaginary line, they move that line around. Immigration is a very touchy subject. It's used to focus our attention on people below us instead of people above us. People below us don't have power, people above us do have power. You shouldn't be condemning immigrants, you shouldn't be severing people with imaginary lines across countries or imaginary lines between people. You should just be looking who's got the resources, who's got the money, who's got the power. It is New Labour, you know, and you can trust me, I'm a pretty decent sort of a guy, so don't worry about immigrants of any kind, it's silly. Richard TM, hi mate, the Trews are awesome. Can you start telling people not to sign on the electoral register, please? This logically is the best thing to do in a so-called free country. Surely 51% of the population didn't sign on the register. The whole pathetic excuse of leadership we have in place would not have any lawful right to be there regardless of what the other 49% voted for. And isn't it funny that the only real form of punishment you receive is a damaged credit rating from the banks, the very people that profit from the system most, swines. The government says that your local electoral registration office could fine you 80 quid, but let's be honest, it would be unlawful beyond belief. You cannot be breaking a law by sitting in your home doing nothing and not causing anyone any loss or harm. Peace. Nice one, Richard. Yes, I sort of agree with you in a way. Mass activism is definitely the answer. All of these, like, you know, not voting, sure, that's limited, it's people have pointed out, because it leads to really just a continuation of the system as it is. So it's not really a solution, it's just a sensible acknowledgement of the irrelevance of contemporary politics. It's not activism, it's kind of just dismissal of something that's irrelevant. Like, you know, I don't vote, neither do I, you know, sort of paint my fingernails in luminous colours and do semaphore alone in the dark, because both of those things are pointless, although the second one could have some artistic merit. I would suggest, though, activism, your non-voting thing, I've got no problem with that either, mate. Thank you for watching the Trews comment edition. Remember to subscribe to our Trews channel, because it makes us have more power or something. It's good for us if you do that. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.
Nose is a tool that is abused to fool you and to leave you scared and confused. Trews is like the nose. If the nose was true, I want some Trews. Let's have some Trews.